He would be so mean to black women. We have a complaint as a server. What's up, y'all? This is your boy Tim Therapy. I am back with the video. I do appreciate you for tuning in. Before you do anything else, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Share this video with anybody in your family, your friends, your cousins, anybody that you kick it with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I went and visit Mr. Jiffy. So I got Mr. Jiffy. I decided to get Mr. Jiffy and do a video today. I have not done a Mr. Jiffy mukbang before. So this is going to be crazy. I eat Mr. Jiffy almost every day. And so, y'all, I'm going through some difficulties over here today. My ring light decides that it don't want to cooperate. So I actually was disappointed. I was very disappointed. And I don't know what to say about this daggum ring light. I spent almost $115 on it. And it's a really good ring light. I think it's because my brother or myself has been using it and we mistreated it. I'm not sure what happened. But anyway, let me eat this chicken. This chicken is so good. So, as y'all know, I used to work for a Tex-Mex restaurant. I did a lot of videos on this profile of, food that I've eaten from there. So this video today is going to be about why did I quit? I quit first of all because PSA. This video is based on my own personal experience as a server at this particular restaurant. This is not to intend to hurt any establishments financially. This is my personal experience at this establishment and at this place as a. So I used to work at this Tex-Mex restaurant or whatever, and I enjoyed working there. When I first started, I started trying to get hustled, getting some money. I was a sophomore when I first started there, or a junior. Something like that. I'm hustling, getting some money, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to get a little bit of money, whatever. And so I was working there for like almost 2 years. So during the time working there, I had a lot of fun. I met the owners, which were real down to earth people, and they seemed to understand everything that we would, complain about. Great co-workers. And the food was really good. I made good money. So it was a win-win situation for me. So it was a win-win situation when I first started. You know what I'm saying? So I first started, it was a different manager. It was like a cool-ass manager. And for some reason, they were just switching managers around, or they was training different managers at different stores, and they would send them to, different locations. And this was happening very, very often. And so it got to a point, they changed twice when I was there. Changed management twice when I was there. The first management I experienced, it was great. I loved that management. Second management, I was just like, what? It was just like, y'all are doing too much. I think it was more than 2 times they changed management while I was there. Anyways, so during the management, like when it was very difficult for us to figure out who are they training and who are they training to be a manager and who's the actual manager. It was very difficult for us to figure out who are they training and who are they training to be a manager and who's the actual manager. So once the guy that was the actual manager became the manager, which took like almost 6 months because he was there already pretending to, it was just too confusing. I feel as though he was, he was okay. He was not a bad guy. He did not treat his employees the way that the previous manager did. He did not treat the customers right. For number one, that's the most important thing. He did not treat his customers right. Multiple occasions, I would witness this man treat black women, or just mostly black women, rude to them because maybe he don't like the way they're talking, or he doesn't believe their complaint. Most of the times, 100% honest, black women, they are very hostile about their food being wrong, or about their food being a particular way they didn't ask for it. So he didn't like that. So it was all the time that this would happen to him. So I guess he automatically become prejudiced. He would be so mean to black women, and like when we have a complaint as a server, he would just leave it up to us to handle whatever it was that needed to be handled. So he would leave it up to us to try to solve the de-escalate and solve the situation, meaning that we would have to reimburse the customer for having a complaint for their order, which is the manager's job. Most of the time, he would throw that issue onto the servers and just make us handle the issue, which is not right. If your cooks are not following the orders that is given, then that's not the server's job to pay for it. What you should have done, and it's also not the server's job to go to the table and re-explain ourselves when they asked for a manager the first time. That's how a lot of these situations happen when I was working there, because he would often say no, go back and tell them this is what happened, or this is what they can get, and this is what they said. Because they said this, then this means that they're wrong and they can't get whatever. Customers is always right. That's how I was always taught at Sonic when I worked there in my high school, all 5 years from high school and until I got to college. So it was just always my nature to take care of my customers, and they're always right regardless of what they're saying and I'm saying. Make sure that their order is correct, and you're gonna serve them what they asked for, even if they said this is what they asked for. Just make sure they're happy at your establishment, because that's how you're gonna create your revenue and gain more customers and keep their revenue coming in. So you don't want to just run off your customers, and he did that frequently. So it was just always so bad that the customers would just walk out. They would walk out and not pay for their food, and or they would just cause a big scene. So my thing is, treat your customers right first. Secondly, make sure your employees treated right. And thirdly, you do your job. I don't think it's right that he was prejudiced, but he had his likes and he had his picks. It was very obvious. I don't think it's right that he was prejudiced, but he had his likes and he had his picks. It was very obvious. So the time I quit my job, it was very funny. I think it was very funny. For one, I didn't know what I was gonna do next. I thought I had a backup. You know how they always fall out. But during the time we was very busy, I had enough. Like I was up to here. Like I have had enough of it. I felt as though I was being mistreated. I was not treated equally. So I'm gonna give you the backstory as to why I felt as though I was not treated fairly at this restaurant. Keep in mind, I'm a server. I've served since I was at Sonic until this place. So I've had probably almost 8-9 years of serving. So I'm pretty, I'm a people person. And, it's not hard for me to adapt to anybody. I can adapt to you, as soon as I ask you for your drinks. So, y'all, with that being said, I was, really good at my job. In other words, I was really good. So that means I was placed in the patio. My primary job was to work in the patio. The patio seats probably like 10, 15 people at a table, or more if they have a party for birthdays, because that's primarily what they would go to the patio for, or they would go there for meetings or stuff like that. The patio seats probably like 10, 15 people at a table, or more if they have a party for birthdays, because that's primarily what they would go to the patio for, or they would go there for meetings or stuff like that. This man puts me in a particular section where I would be placed with only 4 people top in a section, which means my money was like, I was making this much money in patio. This means now he's giving me this much money to make. The only reason why I'm upset is because you place somebody in the patio which you know cannot handle the pressure, and you put me somewhere else where you know would hurt me financially. You know, you knew the equivalence. You know, it was just BS. That pissed me off, for one, because I was also doing their job, which is in my section, and also doing my job in this other section. So at this point, I said, you know what? I quit. I quit because I knew he was being mean to me, because we had a disagreement about something else. He was being, you know, it was very spiteful. And so in the mean of, you know, this big rush, I was just like, yeah, I had enough of it. I can't. And my cousin was home that day, and it was also a party that night. So, you know, I was just really over it. I had a party to plan, well, not to plan, but I had a party I wanted to go to, plan to get ready for. My cousin just came in. You know, he was at another school, so he was coming in to enjoy himself, just like I was trying to enjoy myself that night when I got off. However, I quit before I got off that night. I can't. And my cousin was home that day, and it was also a party that night. So, you know, I was just really over it. I had a party to plan, well, not to plan, but I had a party I wanted to go to, plan to get ready for. My cousin just came in. You know, he was at another school, so he was coming in to enjoy himself, just like I was trying to enjoy myself that night when I got off. However, I quit before I got off that night because that man played me. He tried to play me, and I hate to feel played. So, you know, it was just no other choice but for me to leave. So, you know, it was just no other choice but for me to leave. He played me. I had no other choice but to leave. If you're wondering what's in here, it's ketchup and hot sauce. You cannot go to Mr. Jiffy and get you some fried chicken and not have ketchup and hot sauce mixed. It's just something about it. And yeah, my thumb still hurts, so. It's been fun. So good, y'all. I take care of this fast. But yeah, y'all. Ultimately, I just felt played. So. I felt played. And in many situations, we're always placed in those situations whereas we can't defend ourselves or we can't defend people that we know who should be defended for. For example, me working at that place and could not defend those black women and knowing that they were wrongfully, you know, not served properly. I hated that for them. And I was, you know, feared, you know, for my job, you know, to say, you know, you wrong for that. Even though I should have. So, this is the background as well. He stopped hiring black women. Well, black people, period. He stopped for a minute. And he would hire mostly white women. So, initially, they stopped hiring black people. And they just started hiring only white and Mexican people. That's all they wanted. White and Mexican girls. Not white and Mexican people, but white and Mexican girls. I thought it was a lot of BS. It was not right. So I quit. You didn't treat me right. You don't treat anybody else right. You have nothing for me. I have nothing for you. I thank you for tuning into my video. Make sure you don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with anybody in your family or your friends. Also, support anything that's black. This is your boy Tim Therapy. I'm tuning out.